here we are. We're on the fourth animation preceding Shadowlands. With the first three, I've been prompted to start doing a little more research, reading, watching some videos. So I really have a pretty good idea of what's going on now, I think, within the Shadowlands. Here we are in Revendreth, clearly put in the fourth position for a specific reason. But let's go ahead and watch the video, and then we'll chat about it. Okay, so what we know about Revendreth is that's where the souls are sent to repent. But what really seems to be happening is the souls are being sent there and their anima is being drained and stored. So it looks like a little bit of torture going on here. It sounds like Garrosh. Yeah. Garrosh being tortured a little bit, having his anima siphoned, I don't know.
To the good people of Revendreth, it is with optimism that I address you today.
It certainly looks like a vampire.
Though these are challenging times. Firstly, I assure you that our holy mission to help the most violent and wicked souls atone for their sins is and always will be our utmost priority. Our rituals are effective. Our judgment keen, but fair.
They look like they enjoy it.
Revendreth remain committed to bringing eventual
See, look,
redemption to
I think they're siphoning the anima from him.
It is through your faithful work that even the most evil and prideful beings may ultimately be spared an eternity in the maw. Unfortunately, of late, the flow of such hubris-ridden souls has virtually ceased.
Alright, that's because all the souls are being diverted to the maw, right? So they have these souls coming in, they've been siphoning off the anima, that's why the other zones are having their drought. And I think what we're finding through the lore that's being put out now, that's being analyzed, is that these guys are behind a whole lot of nasty stuff that's going on cosmologically. So I don't want to get too deep into that. I do know that the souls are going to the maw. They're not getting the souls to siphon off the anima, even though they were siphoning off and holding the anima rather than letting it, because they're supposed to siphon it off, I think, and disperse it throughout the Shadowlands. They're not dispersing it, and that's why everybody else is in a drought. So,
and as a result, anima, our most precious resource, is in dwindling supply.
Yep.
Even we, the faithful who extract the anima, have not been spared the effects of this mysterious drought. Yes, we still have.
And you notice in the anima in Ardenweald was I guess a blue, like water. The anima here is red, indicating the blood feeding into the vampire sort of motif.
Have our old reliables, our
Garrosh.
horses. Yet I fear they will not be enough. We are doing everything in our power to gather more anima. But, simply put, we must all, rich and poor alike, make sacrifices for the greater good.
That usually means the poor.
Therefore, I have decided to implement a strategy of conservation and rationing, which should keep the anima flowing to those most in need.
Right, so who's most in need? Him and his aristocracy, it looks like. So they're stockpiling it and doling it out to the elite. He's trying to make off with some. What's going to happen?
In this manner, we will keep our people strong and our land healthy. Despite the efforts of those who use this crisis to further their own ends and rebel against the rightful structures of our society. with fairness and mercy, of course. I am, after all, nothing if not compassionate.
Sure.
My loyal subjects, we are doing all that can be done to stimulate anima production and fulfill Revendreth's honorable
He looks a little resentful.
Remain devout and resolute, and know that I will lead us all into a brighter future.
All right, so I gave you the narrative as we went along. Clearly, they're stockpiling the anima. He is an elite aristocrat kind of folk, giving the anima to the worthy, the friends, whatever. That guy tried to give some to the poor folks, and he was executed for it. So this sets up the antagonist, I guess, for the Shadowlands world. I expect he'll probably be a raid boss. I haven't looked at the raid whatsoever. And so, yeah. Revendreth. Not a good place. Not a good place to be. Not good people. And they're certainly not cooperating within the idea of the Shadowlands as a whole. They're certainly out for themselves. So, there we go. There's the fourth one. That leads us into probably pretty soon the pre-launch event that's going to be going on. And we'll, I think we'll certainly be recording some of that, if not live streaming it. I'm not sure. I do expect to be live streaming when the launch happens. So we'll see you we'll see you some, probably pre-recorded, for the pre-launch event, just to discuss a little bit. And for sure on launch day. All right. Well, we'll see you then.